cargo and utility trailers, installation of hitches, wiring and electric brake controls, and installation of trailer accessories with locations in Ocala and Ormond Beach to serve all of Central Florida. Call 1-888-622-1816. Again, that's 1-888-622-1816.
Howdy, folks. RL here to tell you about Dairy Queen. Dairy Queen Silver Springs has been serving yummy foods and ice cream made fresh to order for 46 years. Their gift cards are perfect for those you love for any occasion. Our ice cream cakes are awesome. And as far as grilled foods, DQ does it right. From grilled chicken to our famous foot-long chili dogs. So come on down to Dairy Queen Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.
WOCA. Ocala.
You're listening to AIM Ocala Live, WOCA, The Source, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM. Streaming live, YouTube Live, WOCA, The Source Radio. As we are now 9:36, we have on the phone from Career Source, we've got Laura Byrnes. Good morning, Laura.
Good morning, Adam. How are you?
I'm doing real good, real good. As we said there, just a little off air, just to give the listeners an idea, we've got a lot to talk about today. A lot of good stuff in lieu of making our way through the week here, and everything with kind of getting back with the community, of opening things up, and work and career and job wise, and that's what you're here to talk about.
Right. It's a delicate but important balance between, maintaining safety for our customers and staff as we are still, dealing with this coronavirus pandemic, but also, trying to be in line with reopening our businesses and supporting our community for businesses and folks who need to get back to work. So that is the balancing act we are trying to perfect. And I think the first bit of good news along those lines, we're going to begin a controlled reopening of our career centers on Monday, May 11th. The idea is to focus on the most immediate needs of those laid off due to COVID-19, but certainly anybody who needs assistance. Initially, the centers are going to be open by appointment only. I can't stress that enough. No walk-ups. Don't come thinking you're going to walk in. It is by appointment only, and they will be open from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. for those with the appointment, weekdays, Monday through Friday. There's going to be a limit of 5 appointments per hour for a maximum of 25 daily. And obviously, the hours of operation and services will gradually expand as appropriate for the safety of the public and staff. So this first controlled reopening, appointments will be for those seeking help with job searches. That makes sense. Also welfare transition and what's called Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, which commonly referred to as food stamps. So if you fall into one of those or all 3 of those categories, you can schedule an appointment. And I should mention that the appointments are available. You call us at 1-800-434-JOBS or visit our website, careersourceclm.com. You can do a live chat. You can call us. You can even send an email. Staff will get in touch with you or work with you and schedule those appointments, and they are starting up next week, so don't miss out on all that. I mean, and we mentioned this at the top, we understand the urgent need to assist those who have lost their jobs due to COVID-19, and as I mentioned, there are certainly others out of work for other reasons, so it's not all COVID all the time. But we believe this controlled reopening of our centers aligns with the very measured rollout of businesses opening back up in our communities. So we want to support that. At the same time, we're extremely mindful of the need to maintain the strictest safety measures to protect our customers, our partners, and staff. So, hopefully your listeners will be happy to hear that all staff at our centers will be wearing personal protective equipment. Staff will also thoroughly clean and sanitize work areas before and after the centers open and between each appointment. And also, all incoming customers will be required to wear face coverings such as, a medical mask, not a surgical mask, not a N95. Those need to go to our frontline healthcare workers. But, a medical mask, a scarf, bandana, or something my husband has been busy sewing for the past month, those improvised cloth face masks. And, those are so lovely. But, anything like that. So you have to have that or you won't be admitted, even if you have an appointment. I should mention that at the same time we have this limited reopening, all the virtual services we provide and have been providing for the past, 6 weeks or so, will continue to be provided online, by phone, and email. So if you don't have to come in, but you want to have some FaceTime with your career development coach or something, you can do that by phone. You can email, Skype, FaceTime, Google, whatever, Zoom even. So whatever is going to work out for you and the staff member. So there's plenty going on there. So I'm going to talk about a little bit more about our virtual services in just a moment, because I know it's probably uppermost in the minds of your audience is reemployment assistance, unemployment compensation. Right. Those are those temporary wage benefits for those who lost their job through no fault of their own. And I'm not going to get into the weeds about issues with that system. Just please remember, folks, that reemployment assistance is run by Florida's Department of Economic Opportunity and not CareerSource. Cannot control or expedite claims, though, we continue to lobby the state to be able to provide more assistance. I think we can help. There are certain things we can help with, such as resetting PIN numbers, some case note review, that sort of thing. Listen, oftentimes our staff can get you the answers you need faster and without the frustration of waiting on hold with DEO. They have just got such a backlog and they're doing their level best to work through it all. But sometimes we can help you. So your best avenue is to just give us a call. It's 1-800-43-JOBS. Or, go to our website and live chat with our staff, and they may be able to give you the answers that you need, point you in the right direction with, I'm not always saying it's going to make you happy, but, start with us, see if we can get down to what you need to do, and, do that before waiting for 2 hours on hold. Just kind of a heads up, though, many of the waivers, and I think we talked about this last month, Adam.
Yep.
Like the workforce registration and the job searches and all that, those are going to expire May 9th. So like workforce registration with Employ Florida, you've got to do that. There are certain things that you will need to do to claim benefits moving forward. Our recommendation is don't wait till May 9th or May 10th to start doing that, because I think, a lot of people will be needing to do it. And so I'm not saying there's going to be a logjam on Employ Florida too, but just in an abundance of caution, I would get that taken care of before the deadline, so to speak. I think the last time we talked about making paper applications available.
Right.
Because the online application system was just so backed up. listen, paper applications are still available. You can still do that. But you need to understand that you fill them out, you mail them in up to Tallahassee. Someone at DEO has got to open it, scan it, type in the information. You know, it's going to take a little bit longer. I don't know how much longer, and because there's so much more labor involved with doing it. So really the best and fastest way, if you have a new claim for reemployment assistance, is the new reemployment assistance application portal. And I'm going to find, I have it, links all over our website. So like if you go to our website at the top of the page where it says, click here for updates about filing reemployment assistance claims, and then it takes you to our COVID-19 page, you will see kind of up near the top, the fastest way to file new claims is by using DEO's mobile-friendly application portal, which can be accessed by mobile phone or desktop. And it has a link right there. I'm also going to tell your listeners what that link is. Mm-hmm. It's www.floridajobs.org/RA application. And that is going to take you to this portal. You can do it on your phone. You can do it at home if you have a desktop computer. That is really, honestly, that is going to be your fastest avenue, I think, for getting the job done. So anyway, that wanted to sort of touch base with everyone on that. So I did mention our virtual services a little earlier, and I talked about how you can meet one-on-one with our career development counselors by phone, email, live chat, or any other, virtual avenue that you're both comfortable using. In addition to all that, we also have some very nice on-demand workshops which can walk you through navigating today's workforce, how to prepare effective targeted resumes, and how to develop interview strategies that get you noticed. That's our three core ones. We're working on adding to that library. So even when, not if, but when we reopen fully, and our wonderful workshop coordinator, Jerry Flanders, is back in action, and you can attend a live workshop in person, which is just the best way to do it. We're still going to have these on-demand workshops available for you, so to refresh your memory. You say, oh, what he had this great point about XYZ. I wish I could remember it. Well, you can use these workshops over and over. Everything, of course, is free of charge, so you don't have to, do any, there's no cost involved. Mm-hmm. Additionally, I talked about working with staff. Well, you can work with staff to fine-tune your resume and run through practice interviews. So we can Zoom a practice interview with you. That. And honestly, our CEO, Rusty Skinner, made a good point yesterday. If you as a job seeker are like, oh, I'm not really comfortable with that, guess what? Businesses, this is the wave of the future, at least for the foreseeable future. Businesses aren't going to have live in-person interviews for, likely aren't. They're probably going to do, at least the initial ones are going to be via Zoom or some other, WebEx or something. So This is a great opportunity for you to get, comfortable with the technology that has become the new normal. I guess I should say. So that's, I know I'm rambling on, well, not rambling, but just wanted everyone to know that, yes, we're reopening. It is limited. It is structured. It's targeted. If you're looking for work, we want to help you get that job. But, so make an appointment, because it will be by appointment only. But in the meantime, we have all these virtual services that we are also providing as well. So best of both worlds. Speaking of best of both worlds, I know there's a sense of doom and gloom, maybe, when it comes to the economy right now. I mean, we were doing so well. We were doing so great. With the March unemployment rate, which came out last month, the third week of the month, for our region was 5.5%. Now, that was up 1.6% over the month and 1.3% higher than the region's rate a year ago. Regionally, there were 11,208 unemployed, and that was an increase of 3,252 since February in 1 month. And for Marion County, the rate was 5.2%. That was up 1.5% over the month. The number of folks who were working, who had jobs, dropped by about 2,600. And the number of unemployed increased by 2,100 in Marion County to 7,220. Now, to give you some perspective, that's 1,800 more than were unemployed a year ago when the county's jobless rate was 4%. And that's not a surprise, what we were seeing in March, because you remember that March really, it was the beginning of closures with the businesses and everything. So that's when we were, I think, beginning to feel the effects of COVID-19 on the economy here. And unfortunately, it's not likely to be the full extent of it. For instance, the March report doesn't reflect changes we'd expect to see in leisure and hospitality employment. The March report, I think, showed no change in leisure hospitality. And we know restaurants had to close, bars had to close.
Yep.
So
Yep.
Where were those employees? So we'll probably see that reflected in the April numbers, and those come out, May 15th. So they'll come out next week. Okay, that's not happy, good economic news, but I have to say there are a couple bright spots that I want to let folks know about. For one thing, in the March report, the Ocala Marion County Metropolitan Statistical Area posted the fastest annual job growth rate in manufacturing at 4.4%, and that's compared to all metro areas in the state.
Oh, wow.
Over the year, over the year, manufacturing added 400 new jobs, and as of the March report, there were 9,500 manufacturing jobs in Ocala, Marion County. So that's pretty robust. And we know how important manufacturing is to the backbone of our local economy. So I'm not saying that those jobs are going to stay when we take a look at the April report. But remember, we mentioned that because we were in a stronger economic position going into the COVID-19 impacts, I think that's going to do us well in terms of kind of mitigating some of those impacts. So, knock on wood, I'm eager to see where we land with that next week.
Yeah.
The second bright spot I'd like to touch on is, and I think this might surprise you, but there are actually many local businesses that are actively hiring right now. In fact, we've added a Hiring Now page to our website, and we update the list weekly. You can find it at careersourceclm.com/hiring-now. As of this morning, I counted 113 businesses all actively hiring. So and these are across the board, from technology and manufacturing and healthcare and distribution centers. It's just a wonderful variety. You'll also find our daily jobs report, which lists all the new jobs registered in Employ Florida each day. Mm-hmm. And plus, there's a cumulative weekly list. So this is like a running list. So if you want to see, well, what's new without having to go in and search for it, we have a list of that. So links to both the jobs report and Hiring Now, as well as Employ Florida, can be found on our Search for Jobs page. So we're trying to provide that information. And before the clock runs out on me, we'll taking a sip of cold coffee first. One last thing, and this is pretty exciting. I believe it's pretty exciting. CareerSource has partnered with Lockheed Martin Missiles and Fire Control Ocala Operations to offer a 2-year apprenticeship program for the Electronic Assembler Associate position. It's a 2-year apprenticeship. It's a paid apprenticeship program. And in addition to that, we know Lockheed Martin offers excellent benefits and employee amenities. So if anybody in your listening audience is interested in learning about that, they need to speak to a career development coach about this opportunity. So I'm going to give you a couple phone numbers. A direct phone number to our Career Center in Ocala is 732-1700, obviously 352-732-1700, or go ahead and call 1-800-434-JOBS, or you can even go to the website and do a live chat if you are interested in this apprenticeship program. So this is very exciting, and another example of how even in the face of the COVID-19 situation, a major business like Lockheed Martin is hiring and has this apprenticeship program. So we're very excited about that. And so, sorry, lots of information to unpack, but it's not all happy news. But gosh, there's a lot of positive things, and one of the things is we are here to support businesses and job seekers with fee-free services, and we're reopening in a safe, measured way to be able to do that, and we've got a lot of stuff going on. So, have any? Sorry, Adam.
No, you're good. You're good, darling. Absolutely. As it was a lot of information, but like you said, it's some of the diamonds in the rough there with the positivity of mentioning that we know already that a lot of people might have had to adapt and change, even like you said, from what they were working at. Maybe it was a job or a bartending or restaurant as a server, and then looking to make the initiative to see something different and want to see what else is out there. This is their opportunity for that. This is a lot of people to see the forest for the trees, if you will, to see what's can be on the horizon, and that's what you guys offer, is the opportunity with some incredible tools that you talked about to give that opportunity and find out more information.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head, and you may not be going back to the same position that you had, but check out the businesses that are hiring. You may say, oh, I have always wanted to work for AutoZone, and look, they're hiring right now.
Yep.
Or, something is out. And you may be going back to a position that if you were furloughed and they held it open and now you're going back, that's fantastic. So we don't want to poach anyone who's going back to a job, because we definitely want to support our restaurants and our all of our local businesses that are reopening for sure. But businesses as well. If you have a hiring need, we are here to support that and find you the qualified, skilled talent that you must have. So you can contact us as well. And we have business development folks who are more than happy to help meet your workforce needs as well.
Absolutely. Excellent. Well, thank you very, very much, Laura. As we are coming up to the top of the 10 o'clock hour, there are lots of information, but like you said, with that information comes a lot of ways to get in touch with you guys. Like we mentioned, careersourceclm.com. As you talk, I look with you on the website. It's so easy to navigate, so much information there that is right up front, and it's easy and smooth to access that through the website. So that's always a great place to start. If you want to hear from somebody, give them a call, 1-800-434-JOBS or 434-5627. And that's great news for the soft opening for Monday, because I know that that gets you fired up to say, okay, there's a little bit of what we can do to return to a little bit of normal and do what you guys do to help the community get employed there. So that's a lot of good stuff.
Thank you so much. Well, we look forward to speaking with you next month. Hopefully, we'll be in the studio, not phoning in. But you take care, and we'll talk to you soon.
You got it. Thank you very much. WOCA Ocala will be back after this.
Safety and opening up our country again. The president at a Honeywell safety mask plant in Arizona yesterday.
As far as the task force, Mike Pence and the task force have done a great job, but we're now looking at a little bit of a different form, and that form is